Please welcome Miss Janette Perez. Round of applause, folks. Janette Perez.
Hey, everybody. Having a good time so far? Excellent. Oh, man. I have had a really rough week. I found out that I have no sense of style. I saw a woman on the cover of a magazine wearing one of my outfits, but it was the cover of Arthritis Today. I think it's time for me to just give up on trying to look really nice. My sister gave me all this makeup for Christmas. When she puts it on, she looks like a movie star. When I put it on, I look like I didn't pay my pimp. Let's see. I'm from the south side of Indianapolis. Yeah, it's a really weird place. It's the weirdest place I've ever lived. It's the only part of town that has a crosswalk connecting the library to the liquor store. Personally, I think those trips should be separate, but it explains all the beer tabs in the children's books. Yeah. I volunteered for Children's Story Hour, and 4 unemployed Mexicans showed up. Yeah. By unemployed Mexicans, I mean me and 3 children. Yeah. We took turns reading. It was a lot of fun. There was this cute little boy. He's like, one day there was a dog, and she had poopies, and she named one Clifford. Oh, look, a beer tab. Let's see. I read a weird article. This is weird. I read this article that says that smoking is the leading cause of bladder cancer. And I was just stunned that many people don't know how to properly smoke a cigarette. Yeah. Kind of nasty when you think about it. I had a birthday recently, and I like my birthday, but I hate events where I have to open presents in front of people. Because if you don't make that face, they will hate you for the rest of the year. And then you get hand lotion from then on. Oh, man. My family gives me nice gifts, but they're not nice gifts for me. Last year I got a Wii. I don't own a television set. They got me earrings. My ears are not pierced. I told my mom I'm having trouble paying my utilities. She got me a candle holder. Didn't even give me a candle, just the candle holder. She asked if I liked it, and I said, well, Mom, when I save the money for the candle, I'll have heat again. Yeah, hard times. Let's see. I love my mom, though. I'm actually a lot like her. For example, my mother is not a quitter. She had 3 heart attacks last year. And do you think that slowed her down? Not one bit. Each time she was discharged from the hospital, she went straight back to Denny's. Yeah, my mother doesn't settle for 97% blockage, ladies and gentlemen. I am very proud. That is the blood that's coagulating in my veins. Yeah. I think it's time for me to start having kids. Not because I like them, and I really don't want any, but I'm just tired of doing my own laundry. You know, I'm not even gonna get pregnant. I'm gonna adopt some kids that can reach the buttons on the washer dryer right now. Yeah, because I hate doing laundry, and I put it off, and then you start having to make substitutions, you know what I'm talking about? You run out of those socks, you start wearing your sandals in January. You run out of underwear, you start going commando. You run out of pants, and you show up to work in your prom dress. Yeah, let's see. Talking about hard economic times, I have come up with the solution for our economy. This is what we need to do. We need to put a sin tax on eating at White Castle. Because eating at White Castle is just like soliciting a prostitute. Follow me here. They're both choices of last resort. If you're getting a hooker eating at White Castle, you don't have any options in front of you, okay? They both seem like a really great idea at first. And you regret it immediately. The next day typically involves a funny taste in your mouth. You know what I'm talking about, sir, don't you? And no matter how bad the experience was, 6 months later, you're gonna get a craving to do it all over again. Yeah. Now, I can't make that comparison from personal experience, but I do know people who've eaten at White Castle before. let's see. I was watching this documentary the other day. This was kind of weird. Watching the documentary, and it was, they were presenting this hand surgeon, and they said that he was the world's best hand surgeon. I was like, wow, the best hand surgeon in the world. And I thought about it, and I was like, not me. I could never be the best hand surgeon in the world. You know why? What if something happens to your hands? Who's going to be doing surgery on you? The world's second best hand surgeon. And that guy hates your guts. Because you turned him into the Susan Lucci of hand surgeons, didn't you? Exactly. My background is actually in science. It's kind of weird. I'm a biologist, but a biologist by schooling. But I don't like pharmaceutical companies. I don't. They're legalized drug dealers, and they don't want to admit it, okay? And you can tell they don't care by the packaging alone. I saw a bottle of PMS pills that said, do not take if you have a prostate problem. How about do not take if you have a prostate? Bing! We can stop right there. And, ladies and gentlemen, I can't find a flashlight in a blackout. Okay? But they vacuum pack diarrhea pills so tight. You gotta have scissors to get into them. And that is so rude. I cannot MacGyver my way in with diarrhea running down my legs. That's nasty. And then you have the scams, the scam pharmaceuticals that I cannot believe anybody would actually buy. I heard a radio ad for a cream that if you rub it on a man's, it's supposed to get bigger. Didn't Vaseline beat them to that secret formula? If you're taking anything creamy and rubbing it on down there, it's supposed to get bigger, right? As a matter of fact, I am a scientist. If we could get some sour cream and a volunteer, we could solve this mystery tonight. I'm Janette Perez. Thank you, guys. You've been wonderful.